Welcome back. Well, the holidays are over, and if you haven't already, you'll likely be taking down your decorations.
That's right. And when it comes to lights, there are some things that you need to keep in mind to make sure that you're doing it safely. Joining us now is Isaac, Beaver Stock of Christmas Decor in Indianapolis. Let me tell you, Isaac, I'm happy to talk to you because, you know, my dad is like the Christmas light king.
Yes.
And the part that I don't like is the removal. So you work with installation and removal of lights. Tell us a little bit about that process.
Yeah, so we're franchised with a company called Christmas Decor. So we do all types of different holiday displays, decorations, lighting, that kind of stuff. Residential, commercial. Our main clientele is residential, so we're working with a lot of homeowners. And we do a lot of exterior stuff as well as some interior stuff. So we do pretty much anything you can think of within the realm of Christmas decorations. So yeah.
Now, Alexis likes to call me accident prone, man. So sometimes taking down holiday lights can be a little tricky. What are some things people should keep in mind to make safety a priority?
Oh, yeah.
So what we suggest is homeowners shouldn't be getting on the roofs unless they are incredibly experienced with getting on roofs. So it's probably going to be a lot more ladder work and just kind of understanding how to use a ladder properly. You know, you don't want to put it on any uneven surfaces or anything like that. Putting it in areas where you know that you can safely get up and safely get down. You're not leaning too far to the right or too far to the left. Don't do it on a super windy day either, because the wind can really affect the stability of that ladder. We want everybody to be safe. So we always suggest, if you don't feel safe, call a professional. We're more than willing to help you guys do that. So.
Isaac, let me tell you something. I say this all the time. Everybody has a ministry, and taking down lights is one. We have already put my dad on timeout for many of things because he doesn't bounce back. Isaac, I don't know about you, but he's just not tactile enough. All right, so when it comes to other things that people should be aware of, or maybe even just some techniques, do you have any other advice for us so that way we make sure we stay safe?
We can get, storage of the lights. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Storing our lights. Obviously, a lot of people you might have an attic, you might have a barn. Really, what we're trying to do is just keep them out of the weather. So let's obviously make sure that you're putting them in something that's sealed tightly. It's not allowing a lot of moisture in. That way you can get longevity out of those lights, and you're not having to buy a bunch of new lights the next year because, they got wet or whatever the circumstances may be, and then they don't work when you put them up the next year, because that's a nightmare to spend all that money in the first year putting up a bunch of lights and then to go try to find them the next year and none of them are working or half of them are working. So just proper storage and understanding that. As far as takedown stuff goes as well, kind of back to the ladders, leaning a ladder on a gutter is kind of tricky. We always like to pad the ends of our ladders so that we're not doing any damage to the gutter. Also try to put it on a part of the gutter that seems stable. Sometimes people have some wonky gutters out there. They're not as stable as they probably should be. We don't want to go ripping down anybody's gutters. So just kind of understanding placement of the ladder and kind of how to safely do that as well.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is a good start.
It is. Now, Isaac, I'm going to ask you, be real with me. How long does it take you to take your decorations down?
My decorations or a client's decorations? Because that's a different story. Mine get put on delay because we're so busy taking other people's decorations down.
Right, true.
But like just a normal client, depending on the scope, let's say it's like a 3,000 square foot house or something like that, it typically takes us 45 minutes to an hour to get everything taken down and stored. So the process that takes the longest is putting it up. Taking down is
yes.
easier for us. So.
Thank you so much for your time, my man. We feel much more equipped.
Well, appreciate the tips, man.
Good luck with all that wind out there.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.